On Saturday night, Austin FC were playing Portland Timbers for the sixth time in club history. The last time both teams played was back in September 2022, in which Austin FC suffered a 2-1 score to the Timbers, in which Driussi scored the only goal in that match, and this was the first game that we got to see Emiliano Rigoni, and the rest is history. But currently, what exactly is the Timbers to Austin FC? Are they an easy win or a menacing threat for the Verde and Black? Currently, the Timbers sits 8th place in the Western Conference with 11 points. Their record is 3 wins, 2 draws, and 5 losses, so it's kind of bad for them at the moment. In the last 5 games for the Timbers, it's been really decent with 2 wins, 1 draw, and 2 losses. The last one they got was last Saturday, which they beat St. Louis in a 2-1 score. But for Austin FC, we set 11th place in the Western Conference with 9 points. We had an okay display against San Jose with only scoring 2 goals, but that meant we ended the drought of no goals in over a month. So the answer to that question is the Timbers are kind of a menacing threat to Austin FC, but anything can happen. We have a 2-point difference against them. But the record for both teams is that Austin FC have 2 wins and 3 losses against the Timbers because we beat them back in 2021. They were the first team we got our first win at Q2 in a 4-1 win back in July 2021, in which John Gallagher, Leo Fagundes, Alex Green, and Hector Jimenez got those 4 goals. By the end of the season, we suffered 3-0 loss at their home field, which is Providence Park. The thing about that field is that we have never got a win or a point or anything good at all at that field, which is mostly turf, and Providence Park is a whole different vibe compared to Q2. But the thing about Portland Timbers is their attack. Their attack is well balanced with a lot of team build-up, a lot of connection that makes him look even deadlier with 2 brothers who are the reason why they're like this. The Chara brothers, Gini and Danny Chara. Both of them, like I said, makes the team build up easily, great connection, and they're well talented because their other teammates have scored 13 goals this entire season. One of them is Nairon Asprilla, who scored 2 goals in 4 games, but he has a knee issue but might come and play against Austin FC. With those 2 goals of Asprilla, he looks even more deadlier inside the box, something Stu has to be ready for his saves. Santiago Moreno, who's a midfield player, has 2 assists with a passing accuracy rate of 76, and Evander Ferreira has scored 2 goals with 79% of passing accurate passing rate. So for our defense, you have to focus mostly on the Chara brothers because with those 2, they may have the same last name, but they may play differently than both are, or can build up more connection with their teammates. Because for our defense, it's the biggest question. Is Julio Cascante going to start, or are we going to see Alex Green again with Leo Bison? Because Julio Cascante is going to get his first minutes with Austin FC against the Timbers, but that's the thing. On the field or on the bench is his minutes or the limit. Because I'm kind of getting to the point I like Alex Green, the center back, but put him back in the midfield. That way we can see him back in his old area, something he's more comfortable with, and bring in our lone defender, Alexander Radovanovic, because what was the point of bringing him? The reason why we brought him here to Austin FC was to build more and more depth in the center back and give a more comfortable area for the meantime with Leo Bison. And if Wolf is trying to put him on the bench and put him for competitions such as Leagues Cup and US Open Cup, it makes sense, but start him at least any game to build momentum if you're going to start him in those competitions. Because again, Julio Cascante, we're going to be happy to see him again after 2 months since that injury against St. Louis. But I can say it's probably going to be Alex Green and Leo Bison, but those 2 can defend well. And that's the thing too, put Alex Green back, and this time put him in the 6 because he can defend well, and this time in the 6 it's going to be much better and much different for him. For our attack, that's the thing too. Who's going to start in the wing or as a right winger or any winger spot? Is going to be Ethan Finley or Ronnie Redis? My answer, which is kind of be shocking to say, start Ronnie Redis because he's been balling out in the last 3 games, providing 1 assist to Rigoni's first goal in the 2-2 score against San Jose. Because the thing too, when you look at it this way, Rigoni looks much more deadlier on the left side with his dribbling. Crossing is kind of okayish, but it's mostly how he's well placed in that area, and that's why Ronnie Redis looks even better as a right winger with his partner of Emiliano Rigoni as a left winger or a left midfield player. Because the thing too is this that we've been talking about at the moment: who's going to be the number 9, Urruti, Zardes, or Will Bruin? And the thing too is going to be shocking to say, people are asking to start Rigoni as the number 9, and we got nothing to lose. It worked great with John Gallagher is a fullback and Alex Ring is a temporary center back, and those two plans that we'll put out worked out great the entire time. And putting Rigoni as a 9, it's going to look much more better and solve our answers for the meantime until we get a proper number 9 or until Gita comes back from loan. So that's going to be a good idea, but I can say too it's risky. I could use Rigoni as a 9 against New Mexico United and see how the result goes in that match. Because the thing too about Portland Timbers defense, they've got 16 goals allowed, but at home it's different. 3 goals allowed at Providence Park, but when they play against Austin FC, it's been 4 goals against us. Because these 3 players in the defense for the Timbers are the reason why they sit 9th place. One of them is Juan Mosquero, a right back, has scored 2 goals and provided 1 assist in 9 games. As a right back player, they're fast, and our weakness is exposed areas. So who's going to be right back is either going to be Nick Lima, so Lima might have to focus on him the entire time. Zach McGraw, who's center back, has scored 1 goal with clearances of 63. His best clearances is in the air with 32, but his second best is ground with 31. And his partner in crime, Dario Zubaric, is a center back and has scored no goals but provided 67% of tackles with a clearance of 26. His best is 18 on the ground and second best is in the air of 8, but he leads the team with interceptions of 12. So when it comes to McGraw and Zubaric, it's going to be difficult because both combine 40 clearances on the air, and our set pieces are kind of mid to okayish to kind of bad sometimes, so we have to be smart on how to cross, do a set piece on the corner kicks or free kicks against them on the defense. So my prediction for this match against the Timbers, it's a real tight one. Anything can happen because the Timbers can surprise you with their offense, anything good, and it's a rare thing to get a point out of that field. So Austin FC might get another 2-2 score against the Timbers. Goals from Rigoni again and another juicy goal starting the month of May with a point, but hopefully it's the right ways, right steps, because after this we have US Open Cup against New Mexico United. So I don't know if we're gonna see a rotational squad in this Timbers match and see our main squad against New Mexico, but anything can happen, you guys. Other than that, hope you guys understood this preview match. My name is Manilo Mexican 17, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.